What's up, guys? I'm here in the beautiful city of Houston, Texas to visit one of my good friends who also happens to be one of the best chefs in the country, Chef Tobias. You guys have probably seen him on Guys Grocery Games. He's also on Tournament of Champions, and he's also the executive chef of 13. Let's go inside and see what he's up to.
What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
It's good, man.
Good to see you.
We all ready?
So this morning, Tobias and I met for brunch at 13. Last night, he hosted us for dinner and really rolled out the red carpet. Some of my favorite menu items were the pineapple Thai chicken wings, the teriyaki salmon that came with an amazing crab fried rice. We'll see more about that a little bit later. And the lamb chops that came with a delicious cilantro lime sauce. As far as the cocktail menu goes, the self-titled 13 is one of my favorite cocktails of all time. And I'm not just saying that. I may or may not have had one too many last night. Don't judge me, I won't judge you. Luckily for me, they serve brunch on Sundays and the fish and grits was phenomenal. After brunch, we headed to the Galleria Mall in Houston, which is by far the largest mall I've ever been to. We did a little shopping for something to wear to his viewing party for round 1 of Tournament of Champions on Food Network. Spoiler alert, he won the first round, which should not come as a surprise to anybody because Tobias has won Guys Grocery Games on 4 separate occasions. He's also opened up several successful restaurants, including his new restaurant venture in the DMV area that should be opening up this spring. After a short stint in the NFL, Tobias went to culinary school here in America and eventually went to culinary school in Sicily as well. He's one of the most well-rounded chefs that I've ever met, and most importantly, he's just a genuinely good person. I had a great time hanging out with him in Houston. The next day, we met up at Central Market, aka my new favorite grocery store in Texas. This place is amazing, guys. If you're ever in the Houston area, you gotta stop by there. Everything was so fresh and just everything I love about a grocery store. So after we ate dinner at 13 the other night, I begged Tobias to show me how to make this crab fried rice that I tried. It's genuinely one of the best things that I've had in a long time. So I wanted to bring it to you guys and show you guys how to make it here on the YouTube channel. And Tobias was kind enough to open up his house to us and open up his recipe book. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about this sort of content. I've been wanting to shoot stuff like this for a while now, so I'm gonna incorporate this every once in a while. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. But enough running my big mouth. Now it's time to get in the kitchen and make it happen.
What's up, guys? I'm here in Chef Tobias's kitchen. We're about to make some delicious food. I'm here in Houston, Texas. Yesterday we ate at 13, which he's the executive chef at that restaurant, and I wanted him to show me how to make this crab fried rice. So tell us a little bit about what we're gonna make today.
So we're gonna do a braised short rib, teriyaki glaze, braised short ribs on top of the crab fried rice that my guy So wants to know. We're gonna show you guys how to make it.
So we're making short ribs. So the very first step to making a good short rib is to get a good sear. Obviously, we've already seasoned them nicely. When you're shopping for short ribs, you want to look for good marbling. That's going to ensure that it's nice and juicy. Those are the white lines of fat that you see throughout the meat. What did you season these with?
So, as always, you gotta have salt, pepper, of course. You gotta add your onion powder. You gotta add your garlic powder.
What kind of oil are we using here?
Right here, we're just using a regular basic avocado oil. Has a higher smoke point. People think that using olive oil is something that you sear stuff with. When olive oil
burns a little faster.
It burns very fast.
All right, so as you guys can see, Chef Tobias here has seared the short ribs to perfection. It's smelling amazing in here right now. Right now we're gonna sear the other side. You wanna sear the short ribs on all sides. We're gonna remove the short ribs at that point and then add in our mirepoix, which is a blend of celery, carrots, and onions. Let them cook down, soften up a little bit, and then we're gonna deglaze with some red wine. All right, so as you can see, Tobias has seared the short ribs to perfection. Our skillet's still nice and hot. We're gonna add the mirepoix now.
Yes, sir. 2 carrots, 2 stalks of celery, 1 whole onion.
Getting all the fond off the bottom of the skillet. Tobias is adding in some freshly chopped garlic. And you know that's when the house starts smelling amazing.
About to add some aromatics to there. About to add some rosemary to there, some fresh thyme sprigs.
All right, so now that the veggies are tender, it's time to deglaze the pan. Tobias here has some red wine that we're gonna use to do that.
A real nice, simple blend. You don't really gotta go overboard with the $50,
nothing
$60.
Super expensive.
Nothing super expensive.
Something that you would drink, but nothing that you would break out for like a nice date night.
Exactly.
You can save that to drink. Use the, you know, $10 to $20 bottle to deglaze.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
And this is gonna release a lot of that fond that's up, you know, on the bottom of the skillet. That's gonna work its way into the sauce and add tons of flavor. We're gonna add some beef stock here in a second and then add the short ribs back to the party and let them braise away, get nice and tender. And then we'll be moving on to the crab fried rice, which I'm very excited for. How many cups of beef stock would you say that is? About 4?
About 4 cups of beef stock.
Let that come up to a simmer, and then we'll add the short ribs back in there. All right, so we're doing a teriyaki glaze short rib fried rice today, crab fried rice.
Crab fried rice.
He's gonna show me how to make this delicious teriyaki sauce that I enjoyed at 13 the other night. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna turn the heat on medium. We're going in with about how much soy sauce would you say?
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons of soy sauce going in.
2 tablespoons of brown sugar. 2 tablespoons of garlic.
So we got the brown sugar and the garlic going in as well.
Just want to mix in your brown sugar. You want to mix in your garlic and your soy sauce. Start to let your garlic get al dente. Right. Once your garlic gets al dente, you go ahead and add your rice wine vinegar and add your lime juice.
Now we're going in with the honey. A couple tablespoons of that. Last but not least, we're gonna add in the hoisin sauce. For those of you that don't know, it's kind of like a Asian style barbecue sauce is a good way to explain it.
Yep. Real salty, so you gotta make sure you use it the proper way. So with this teriyaki sauce, it's simple, almost like one pot thing. You put everything into your pan at one time. You turn it down to a medium-low heat, and let it and just stir it consistently for about 4 to 5 minutes. You want to be able to pull your spoon up, and it starts to get a sticky glaze, you know, consistency.
All right, so this is that fried rice I was telling you guys about that I had the other day at 13. One of the best fried rice I've ever had, so you're gracious enough to walk me through how to make it. What we got going on right here?
So right now, we're starting our pan off with some sesame seed oil. Make sure your sesame seed oil is hot. You want to see the steam from the oil on the pan. You add your garlic, you add your sweet white onions, you add your shallots, and your green onions. Once you add those, you saute those around a little bit, and then you add your rice.
Cold cooked rice,
cold cooked rice. It's preferably I ask you to prepare your rice a day before, let it sit in the refrigerator, wrap it up in some saran wrap, let it sit so it can get that nice cold day-old, you know, firmness.
Keeps it from getting like mushy like risotto.
Exactly. You never want your fried rice to be mushy. Once you get it to that point, because your rice is cold, you want to make sure you're breaking your rice up in your pan, so you constantly mashing your rice up. Metal spoons are a no, so we always make sure we use wooden spoons in our non-stick pans.
It smells good, I know that.
Season with a little bit of salt and just get a good toss. Once your rice starts to fry, that's why it's called fried rice, you add your soy sauce to it.
There we go.
You have about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. You don't want it to be super dark, but you also want that fried rice look.
That's a very fluid toss you got right there.
Yeah, man, that's
a lot of years of wrist work.
That's a lot of years of wrist work, man. Hey, we do the exclusive version just for you. We gotta add short ribs and crab. Sesame seed oil, garlic shallot butter. You got your crab meat. I mean, you know, it's for my guests, so I gotta make sure I add some extra crab meat to that.
Here comes some short rib.
Add a little bit more green onions. A little bit of white onions. Now let's give it a toss. Stir around, mix it up in.
Add a little bit more oil. I'm going in with some beaten eggs. There we go.
All right, we done right here. Your bean sprouts last because your bean sprouts pretty much cook with your heated rice. Just fold your, now you just fold your eggs in on an off stove.
Time for the moment of truth.
Try some of this.
One more. All right, that's a wrap. Fried rice was phenomenal. I appreciate you giving me the recipe. I know I had to beg you a little bit at the restaurant, so you took me to the house and gave me the tutorial, which I appreciate. Tell the people where they can find you.
So you can find me at 13 Restaurant in Houston. You can find me at Hunter House in DC. And you can watch me on TOC Food Network.